And we're on. So no, you are not late, Andrew. We just started like right as soon as you said that. So hello to Kaleo. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. And also Terry, who was waiting before we started. They were not just on time, but early. So I have a couple of interesting things for you today. First, I have, of course, an e-bike review. It's a nice sunny day out, so it seemed like a perfect day to do a review. This is the GForce S22. Now, if this looks somewhat familiar, it should be if you've been watching all the reviews, because I actually tried to review this once before, but the battery didn't work. So we cut the review short and said we'll come back to it. We'll do some troubleshooting, figure out what's wrong. It did turn out to be, unfortunately, a bad battery, but GeForce took care of it. They sent us a brand new battery. Everything is working 100% now, so the bike is good to go. So that can happen every once in a while, so I can't fault them for that. Honestly, it's not the only review bike that has shown up dead. It's happened to me before, believe it or not. I won't mention the other brands, but some of them were, $700-800 bikes that showed up and didn't work. I had one bike show up here that was over $6,000 that didn't work. So it can happen to anybody, but they took care of it, and that to me is what's most important. Now the downside is for the GeForce, they are now out of stock, but we're still going to do the review. Put a link in the description to where you can find the GeForce brand, because yeah, they're going to get them back in stock, obviously, at some point. Now, before I get to that, I want to answer any questions that people have here. George, howdy, biking clan. So, howdy, George. So, a couple of interesting things I've got. One, this is for a future video. You can see in the corner right over there, that's a Saunders Mad Mod. So, I finally got mine in and working. More on that later in a different video. But I've got a video planned. I'm going to compare that. I posted a little bit in the Facebook group. So go join the Bolton Ebikes Facebook group if you haven't already. I'm going to do a video on that bike and compare it to a couple of others that have some similarities. The other thing I've got that's really exciting, if you didn't see the email and you are fairly local to Bolton Ebikes, listen. If you are within driving distance of Bolton Ebikes, you're going to want to hear this right now, because I decided to do something a little bit crazy. We have another line of bikes coming on, and I need more space for more bikes. So all of these are review bikes from past videos that we have saved for one reason or another, and would eventually, modify or do something with or sell. So what I've decided to do to get rid of these as quickly as possible is a 50% off sale on every single one of these review bikes. So I have the driven bikes, Playa Express, 750 watt motor, hydraulic brakes, a big battery. I really liked the bike. Let me grab the tag on this thing. I'm gonna go down the line here, because these are here. I only have one of each bike. If you come by and buy one, it's gone. Nobody else can get it. If you are local enough that you could come pick it up, you can always give our guys a call and give them a credit card. We'll set the bike aside for you. That's not a problem. But I do need space soon, so come get it soon. So this bike right now, Black Friday pricing on their website, I assume it's Black Friday pricing, it looks like it's discounted, says $22.99. So this is a $2,300 bike. I've ridden it basically for the review, and 50% off, $1,150. Troxis, normally $13.99 is their current sale price, $700. Paselec GS9, in case you didn't see this review, it's not online anymore because I didn't feel like the power and some of the other things were what they should have been. And they actually responded and said, you know what? I think we accidentally sent you an older version of the bike. We're going to send you a new one. But $2,000 full suspension bike, $1,000. The Nicey Sports X1. You can't even get this yet. It's crowdfunding on Indiegogo, $8.99, $450. Avidar, really impressed with this mountain bike with its 250 watt mid-drive motor. Feels like a bike, handles really nicely. $2,000 bike, $1,000. Loved the electric bike company, Model E. I mean, hydraulic brakes for, you know, $1,400 starting price, 750 watt motor, big cushy seat, awesome bike, $700. Angway, this bike didn't review quite as well, but it's $250. I actually have a Hemiway and a Magicycle. I'm going to get rid of those too. Now, I am going to film a video with the Hemiway and the Magicycle as soon as this live is done, which will be released at a later date. So if you're coming today, just give me a little time to film that video first, because there's something I have to share with you in regards to those two bikes. But Hemiway, $16.99 bike. I'm going to sell it to you for $850. Magicycle, they're going on their website for $15.99, $800. It's first come, first serve. When they're gone, they're gone. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, counting the GForce, 10 bikes that are 50% off. And once those 10 bikes are gone, again, they're gone. So if you're local or anywhere reasonably close by where you want a killer deal, come pick up a bike today or tomorrow. Guys, we'll be here tomorrow on Saturday as well. So there you go. Now I want to see what you guys think. Bill, can I sell it on eBike search? Sure. I don't care what you do with the bike after you buy it. For me, you can do whatever you want with it. Hello, Ace. Hi, Dennis again. Has anyone heard of Cab Motorworks in Southern California? Not familiar with that one. Not ringing any bells. All right, now the bike to review again is the GForce S22 over here. So let's get to the actual review, and hopefully I'll see some of you later today to pick up one of those killer deals. And this will be one of them. So as soon as this review is done, this bike is available too. So the GForce S22, if you missed the previous review, that's okay. I'm going to review the specs on this. Skinny tire, 20. See, now I'm second guessing myself on the tire size. I was thinking it was a 26. Yes, it's a 26 by 2.1 inch tire. Fairly lightweight. I do feel like it could be a little bit lighter. One of the things that this bike has is these cool, like, tri-spoke mag wheels, which look awesome, but they usually add some weight. So that camera's just not going to tilt right there. We're going to take this off here. You're going to get a close-up of my face for a second while we move this over here. Okay. There they are. There's the mag wheels I was just telling you about. So they look super cool. Like I said, probably adds a little bit of weight to the bike, but I like them. Mechanical disc brakes. This is a $799 bike, so $800, brand new. That means it's $400 today to whoever comes and gets it. Standard Dorado style battery, so that would be something that's easy to upgrade down the road. I think they advertised this, if I recall, as a 350 watt motor. It's a hub motor built into that fancy wheel, so pretty sleek looking in that regard. If it wasn't for the battery, this would be one of those you might not tell it's an e-bike. Little display right here. I have seen this display used on a few other bikes, and it's not terrible, but it's not the greatest, and I'll show you why. Helps if I push the right button to power it on. All right, there it is. That's on. Can you... I don't even know if you guys can see that. Can you guys see that? That's not even the reason I was gonna say it's not the greatest, but a little hard to see. What I don't like about it is it looks super clean and nice. It's almost like the buttons are popping out of the flush display here, but you just have a power button and a mode button. So that means you have this button to turn the bike on. If you do a quick press, then I'm pretty sure that's what turns the headlight on. Yeah, that turned the headlight on. But to change to the pedal assist settings, so right now it's on 1. If you press the mode button, that gets us to 2, 3, and then back to 0. You have just one button to cycle through pedal assist. So if you're in 3 and you want to go down to 2, you actually have to go 0, 1, 2. Not a huge deal, but it is just something that's a little bit odd, that I'm not the biggest fan of. I think these displays are probably fairly inexpensive because I've only ever seen them on bikes that are like in the $500 to $1,000 range. One thing it does have, this button right here for the, so it's actually got a separate, there we go. So on this one, sorry, this is a light button, but this bike, it operates through the headlight button here. And then it has a horn, which is decently loud and obnoxious. So that's actually pretty functional. Twist throttle on the right-hand side, which you can see spins right up. And sometimes I'm impressed by these little bikes and how much power they actually have. And this one isn't actually bad. Comes with fenders. There's not a rear rack of any sort. You know, like I said, $800. What are you going to really expect? You know, you can't get everything. Shifter is perfectly fine for the price range. Basically, if you want a standard looking commuter bike, does have a front suspension, nothing super fancy, not really a lot of adjustment or anything, but it's got some suspension. This is one of the few budget bikes that I get in for reviews, meaning, you know, it is certainly built to a price point. I think they sell a lot of these on Amazon, so hopefully that helps you kind of understand the company's business model and the target that they're looking for is who wants to buy one of these. Is somebody who's on a budget and looking to save some money. So I'm going to jump back behind the camera here, see if I can answer some of your questions. And let's see, James, hello. Michael, hello. Patrick, don't worry. Late to the party. You're not too late. The only thing you missed is all of the review bikes behind me that are here and 50% off until they're gone. Wendy, I'm 4 hours away, I think. I've had people drive a lot more than 4 hours to buy bikes at regular prices, so who knows? It might be something to consider if one of these bikes is the deal for you. But back to the GForce S22. So the company's been good to deal with in my experience so far. Like I said, they replaced the battery for me. You know, quality-wise, what I do like about the bike, it's a do and a don't. Paint job's pretty neat. White and gold with a little bit of a red trim. Kind of a weird color combination, if you ask me. But, you know, hey, you're getting something other than a standard, just single color. They've got a little dual two-tone color combination thing going on there. So I actually kind of, in a weird way, I guess I like it. The saddle, narrow but comfortable, not super hard. No adjustments on the stem or anything like that, but it is using a standard stem. You could easily replace it. There's that throttle. USB port on the battery, since it's that Dorado style. Quick release front wheel, which you often don't see when you get bikes that are down in this price range. So that is actually something that's good. Derailleur, chain, nothing special there, just average, ordinary parts. So really the question at this point is, what's the power like? What do you get for your $800? Or in this case, 50% off, like I said, so I can move my review bikes out of the shop and make space for new bikes that are coming. $400. At that price, this should be a no-brainer. At $800, I think it's priced right and it's very reasonable. 400, yeah, you should do that if you're looking for an affordable bike. But yeah, let's give it a shot. So I'm going to put it in pedal assist 0 first. Just gonna pedal it and see how it feels. Bike's a little bit on the small side. I'll have to put the saddle up a little higher. but it pedals nicely. Again, one of these bikes that you could hop on and you could pedal it if your battery died pretty comfortably. The gearing might be a little high if you were getting into some hills, because I'm in first gear right now, and it takes a little bit of effort. Some of the other bikes are geared a lot lower, but as soon as we click onto pedal assist 1, yeah, it wants to go. So surprisingly, pedal assist 1 goes really fast. It should be a little lighter if you ask me. That's cruising. Let's try pedal assist 2. I gotta get a feel for the difference. Oh yeah, pedal assist 2 does pick up more. I was afraid that 1 was so powerful that 2 was gonna be not even noticeable. Yeah, it's actually reasonably quick. Let's go to 3 and go up the hill. Oh yeah, all right, struggling a little. And throttle. So here's what the power's like. Throttle, let's just go from a stop. And now it's struggling a little. So that's an interesting motor. What if you're moving a little bit, it takes off pretty quick. So it seems to me like the motor doesn't have a ton of torque right at the very low end, but as soon as you're going, then it starts picking up quite fast. If I was a lighter person, this would probably just launch on takeoff all the time and fly up the hills pretty easily. But as you saw on the hill, it was kind of a sluggish start. Seems like it's got more power right in the mid-range for some reason, and then towards the top end, then all of a sudden it starts going pretty quickly. So like I said, I'm pretty sure they said 350 on the wattage on the motor, but this could go up against some of the 500 watt bikes that are out there pretty easily. Just that low end torque, it's lacking a little bit. So if you get into some steep hills, you're going to have to pedal this thing. But it actually takes off quicker, like I said, once it gets going. The pedal assist settings aren't that great because of how you have to rotate through them. And then 1 is actually stronger than I'd like. I prefer it's a little bit softer. But I think because it's only got 3 settings, it's for whatever reason, it's like all 3 settings are towards the higher end of the power that the bike has. It'd be nice if those were spread out a little bit more. Probably something they could do with the factory in programming the controller, but nothing I can do with this display that's on the bike. Headlight, I already showed that it comes on there. Not very bright, usable to be seen. Not much for seeing anything. That's not really a surprise, to be honest. But yeah, I mean, suspension, fork, you're not going to go mountain biking with this thing, but for just commuting, I do think the wheels are super cool looking. They add some unnecessary weight, but kind of separates it out from some of the other bikes that are out there. Not bad, honestly. Nothing jumps out to me like this bike is amazing for $800, but nothing jumps out to me that's like just not good either. Totally usable bike for somebody on a budget. So yeah, there you have it. That's the GForce S22. Again, thank you to GForce for fixing the battery situation. As I already said, these are out of stock right now, but they of course will have more. So link in the description for them if you want to check them out. If you know anybody that's looking for a bike on a budget. And again, if you know anybody local to Grass Valley or within a reasonable a reasonable distance, then let them know that I have not only the GForce, but these other 9 bikes right here for local pickup. They're set up, they're ready to roll. You can pick one up, throw it in your truck. You can ride it away if you prefer, but I've got some killer deals to move these review bikes out of the shop. So come buy them, take them away, because I'm going to have some awesome new bikes coming in the next week or so, and really excited about that. Those are going to go online, in store, and we'll see what happens. It's going to add to our inventory quite a bit. Going to add a few different models, and I'm really looking forward to it. So thank you guys. Hello, Bradley. Looks like you're joining us late to the party here, but that's okay. Feel free to rewatch the live after this is done, and I will see you guys on another video, hopefully very, very soon.